Hello and welcome back to a new video and a new kind of video for my channel. For today's video, I'm going to scroll through Pinterest because I absolutely love Pinterest. I love everything about it. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna scroll through Pinterest and I'm gonna talk about my writing projects. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about my adult fantasy that I have been working on for more than half a year by now. I'm gonna talk about some short stories. I'm gonna talk about my new, very exciting upcoming project that I'm gonna start working on this November for NaNoWriMo, I think. And you will also be able to watch where I get my inspiration from and all my Pinterest boards because I do love making them. I am screen recording right now and I can just begin talking about my project while I'm, going through my Pinterest board. So for the last couple of months, like I said, half a year, since February or March this year, I have been working on a book which I call Gods of Rot and Ruin. That's the English translation from Swedish to English, and the title may change in the future. But I have been working on that for the last couple of months. Here I have a Pinterest board for that story. Like you can see, there's a lot of dark pictures. These are pictures I have put on here recently. I think you can get the vibe of the book already, but it's about our main character Eden. She is in a very destructive relationship with this man or god that isn't really treating her as she deserves to be treated. So that's my dark adult fantasy romance, which is also inspired by Norse mythology. Then I have been working on two short stories, one that takes place on the sea and is kind of a ghost ship set in the 1800s. 1700s. The time period isn't decided yet, or I didn't even decide when I was writing it. But the main character comes from Sweden and the love interest is from Korea, so I have some Korean inspiration. I also have a K-drama here, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, that's on Netflix. I actually love K-dramas. So that's that short story, and then I also have a Catherine Parr short story, a historical paranormal romance about Catherine Parr, which is the last wife of Henry VIII. If you know the history and if you know Henry VIII, you may have heard of like the musical The Six. The musical is about Henry's 6 wives. So Catherine Parr is the last one, she is the 6th wife. So here's the inspiration for that. It is like historical, it is kind of witchy, dark. So that is all the things that I have been working on, and my plan is to keep working on Gods of Rot and Ruin because I am going to send that out to a publishing house soon, like really soon. And I'm gonna keep working on that by myself, as well as that I'm gonna send it to an editor and I'm gonna get some help with seeing what works in the story and what doesn't work. So then I will also be continuing my edits on the two short stories because they are for a contest, so I will be sending those out in the end of October. And the same with Gods of Rot and Ruin, I will send that out in the end of October. So it's really soon. Then my plan is for me to start a new project. That's the plan. I am so far sticking to that plan. So in October, when I am finished with Gods of Rot and Ruin and the Catherine Parr novella short story, when I'm all done with that, I am going to work on a new witchy project. I'm so freaking excited about this. So the inspiration for this witchy project is essentially like demon magic, a witch kingdom that is ruled by a demon king, and this demon king has a couple of daughters. Like, I haven't decided how many daughters. I'm thinking that he has a lot of daughters that is all trying to compete with each other to become the heir of the Demon King's throne. And so this idea came to me a couple of months ago when I was starting to feel the fall vibes, and then the idea has, kind of faded, and I don't have the same motivation to start writing it as I did then. But I think that as soon as I begin outlining this, and I will film that process, don't you worry. As soon as I begin outlining, I think that I will, love the process of making this book. So my inspiration for this book, which I now call Witchy Autumns, I have a Pinterest board that I'm gonna show to you now. I'm thinking the demons, Studio Ghibli vibes. I can put up a picture here so you know what I'm talking about. Those kind of demons, the really creepy, long, dripping ones. And then also, if you have played Zelda Ocarina of Time, there's like creatures roaming around in the city that is really creepy. I'm also taking inspiration from that. So that's the vibes I'm getting at, and I'm also taking inspiration from Dracula. Not in terms of vampires, because there's no vampires in this book, but in terms of, you know, the castle, the dark vibes. So let's just get into my Witchy Autumns mood board or Pinterest board. I just have a lot of like inspirational pictures here. Like for example, how my two main characters are going to look, because this is going to be dual point of views, and a lot of the magic and the world is centered around moons and such. I really wanted that, and as you can see, a lot of fall vibes with autumn trees and leaves and everything. And also, if you want to follow my Pinterest, you can. My name is my actual name, Linnea Engman. You can follow me. This is not an open account. I'm not doing any Pinterest board for anyone else but myself, but if you want to follow me, you can do that here. I'm actually gonna go into Witchy Autumns and then go to more ideas and see if I can find anything. So the magic system isn't all worked out yet. All I know is that I want it to be about moons, and essentially I want this to be a dark story, so I want it to take place mostly at night, so maybe that's something to think about. Here's a picture of leaves that I'm gonna put here. I love the dark vibes that this book brings me. When I wrote Catherine Parr, that short story, that was when I got this idea and when I started looking at that, and so this actually brought me very much inspiration for that story as well, even though the short story is taking place not in autumn but in winter. I'm getting a lot of like nature here. Can I just refresh this page and maybe get some characters? No? Okay. So I was actually thinking that I was going to scroll through Pinterest while talking to you guys, but I realized that I get so lost in Pinterest. I'm just zoning out, I'm just scrolling through Pinterest, and I'm not getting any content out of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and create a vision board for this book, because I do mood boards for every project that I have to have in Scrivener, so I can like look at the mood board and write at the same time. Here I have a mood board for a short story that I never wrote, but you get the vibes. This is for the Ghost Ship short story, and this is for Catherine Parr. As you can see, I use Henry Cavill as an inspiration for the love interest. I love him so much. And I'm just gonna add a page, and I'm using Canva right now, canva.com. I use it for all my thumbnails, all my mood boards. Like for example, if you can see here, I used it for a vision board for September. So here is like everything that I want to focus on in September. I use it for everything. For the first part of the book, I already know this because it's all in here. For the first part of the book, it's taking place at, you know, the castle, the big mansion. So I want a lot of dark pictures of castles, like gothic vibes, if you know where I'm getting at. And I also want to show the character, because the character is a redhead and I want to have a clear view of how the characters look like. And here also, it's a fantasy romance, so I want some inspiration for romance, a lot of moons and a lot of leaves. I haven't put that much in here yet, but I'm just gonna work on this, and I'm gonna come back to you when I have more to show. I don't know if you can hear my computer working very hard right now, but here is the result of my vision board or a mood board for this book. So a lot of witchy vibes, autumn vibes, dark, maybe not dark academia, but it's set in like a castle for some of the time. All of the vibes. I love this so freaking much, and I'm so excited to start working on this, and I am of course going to bring you along on that whole journey. I'm going to do another outline with me video, and I'm going to use the same template, really work out what the hell is going to be happening in this book, because I don't really know right now. I'm only sensing some enemies to lovers vibes, but that's about it. So you will be with me while I get to know my characters and get to know my new project, and then I'm going to take you along on the actual writing process when I'm done with the outlining. And this is my NaNoWriMo plans. I'm going to participate in NaNoWriMo. I don't think I'm setting a goal for actually hitting 50,000 words, which I think is the goal of NaNoWriMo, and I'm not gonna do that because that would stress me so much. Like, I have schoolwork to do, I have things in school to write, so I will not be working that hard, but I will be putting out some NaNoWriMo vlogs during November. Yeah, let me know if you're excited to see me work on this new project, and please let me know in the comments what you will be working on. That was everything for this video. I myself would love to watch other videos like this, but I don't know if it's actually going to be very popular with you guys. Anyway, if you have any questions about my writing process or my projects, please leave them below and I will answer them in an upcoming Q&A video. Please let me know if you want more writing videos on my channel, because I have seen that those videos are the ones that are doing the best right now for my channel, and I just want to ask you guys if that's actually something that you want. So please let me know in the comments below, and leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe because I post a new video every week, every Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!